All right, hello everyone that is watching right now, which is probably next to nobody because I just barely started. Yeah, well, welcome to my show. I'm Byron, and I'm solo. Yeah. So my buddies, Superman and Gigi, are occupied, but the invites have been sent to them, so they may or may not show up. We'll see. Either way, I'm gonna work on some drawings, and there's probably not gonna be much in the way of sound because I sometimes mutter to myself incomprehensible things that should never be repeated but could never be forgotten. So, yeah. And I may or may not take coffee breaks. Might leave you hanging. I got a new screensaver. Or not screensaver, slideshow that I can put on when I am gone. So anyway, today it's all about trying to do some shirts because that's my biggest weakness right now on the new PFP collection that we're building. Is I don't have enough kind of shirts. So anyone that wants to ever give some suggestions, those suggestions are very welcome. Yes, they are. Find me in Discords and Twitter and stuff like that. Alright, so just remembering the basic angle of the character. So basically I'm just going to do shirts that are like this. Boop. With an arm here that goes here with a hand. And the other shoulder will be up behind it, right? You can't see it because it's kind of behind it. It's the dividing line of the body, right? So here's your other arm. And it's going to go, yo, like it's saying, peace, or maybe it's holding a soda pop. I had a toast and I burnt my toast. And I still ate my burnt toast because that's what dads do. Yeah, so anyway. Oh, I have light. More light. Do we need more light? Let there be light. So that's the basic frame of the body. Yeah, the body. So now what I need to do is I probably should go and look at things like football players and try to draw the football uniform because everybody likes football players, right? Same with baseball players. And oh, my dog doesn't like football players. Be warned, football players. We're just not your friend. Alright, I'm gonna go on to Muteville now because oh hey look, Owlie Bear's lurking. Hey Owlie Bear. Owlie Bear is a Twitchy Tides streamer. You can check out the stream sometime today because today is Tuesday after all. So, there's gonna be a big head in here, so I don't really need to worry too much about the neck details, but I still kind of think about them. I want to put a collar on this. And we'll go around, wrap behind him. There's copy-protected music playing right now, but it's not very loud, unless you can hear it. Hey, CryptoZug is here in the evening. Hey, man. CryptoZug is the official Horde web guru as of yesterday. He's going to help redesign the Artist Byron webpage and try to tame the madness that I've unleashed upon the world. Yeah. Oh. My high-tech gear just got a wobble. Anyway. Talking more than I'm drawing. What side do people wear name tags on usually? Usually on their right side, right? Which is kind of a drag for this picture because so much space right here. hard work, team. Yeah, no doubt. I really appreciate that you're even giving it a try. I'll be working on those banners later on this afternoon. My afternoon, you're probably late night. Let's see. For you, it's probably what, about 6, maybe 5 or 6 right now. Hey, let's try. How do I do that reward thing again? Do I do give or is it send? I have to remember what that command is. I'll look it up later and I'll send you all some DHC bits so you can use it to try to dig for some of my NFTs, which I'm going to be stocking up. Some of those that we got for last week, those daily drops that didn't get sold out, those will be going in some dig pools, and I might distribute some of that to our trusty, eventual, loyal Horde streamers. You know, they're just going to be people that stream and then they support the Horde just by saying, hey, check out the Horde. And that's going to be groovy. Is this cream? No, what is this playing right now? I don't have any idea. Hey, Monty. Thanks, Halle Bear. I will get that one submitted out today as well, so that you and other streamers can apply, and then I can send you some NTTs so they can't be transferred, and then I'll start sending out NFTs so you can reward people with big pools. Put you on the payroll to earn some DHC so you can partake in some drops and, you know, compensate you for your time. And then also have some faucets for you to give away weekly DHC prizes. Stuff like that, you know, things that need to be done. So I got the basic t-shirt here. Very, very basic. Let's paint it while we're here. Well, the ink is still wet. Yeah, I talked to Dan a smidgen. Dan said that they're migrating servers and stuff like that, all this technical stuff. Yep. Delays, backlogs. Can't imagine it's very easy being a developer sometimes. My little app that I had made for fun for the Myzical Army has stopped working because I no longer subscribe to that, so I'm going to look into a slightly more permanent solution, but I mean, it was just a for fun thing, and it was fun. We can still view the Zickles that you have, just the app. It was just an experiment. I wanted to try it, see if I could do it, and then go from there. Oh shit. I see Gigi and Superman have joined the chat, but I don't hear them. That's okay, they're probably busy. Or maybe my volume's off.
Superman?
Holy shit, yeah, my volume's off. Ha ha ha. How long have you guys been there? I haven't been paying attention. Have you been talking?
Yes,
I've been here for an hour, man.
Holy shit, man.
I honestly lost track of time, and yeah. I started making a pizza, and then my hands were full of oil.
Did you listen to the Stargate Spaces with the mad scientist?
Yeah, a little bit, but I feel there was a lot of repetitive stuff there.
Yeah, they repeated pretty much everything that they said on Friday or Thursday, so not much had been learned there other than the proposal for the forum is coming, and yeah, I think everybody's looking forward for the merger.
I just have to say one thing just to Ali Bear, because I was talking to the crowd. Sorry about that. I don't think there is a subscription NFT yet, Ali. So just so you know. Sorry, go back to Stargaze.
Yeah. So basically the forum post is gonna go up soon, and Stargaze stakers and Cosmos stakers are gonna have to vote on this. But yeah, they're both looking forward for that merger. So they're really just trying to kink out and work out the best deal for both parties, right? Because basically in the gist, just to make a quick resume of what happened, is that basically NFTs is the culture of the chain. It's the people that stick around during bear markets. It's what really gives it an identity. And for Cosmos, there's a couple of NFT collections that really represent the brand, and every chain has their own, right? Like the D gods and all the crypto punks from Ethereum, and they all represent their chain. So same thing. And yeah, maybe I can even ask you this: like, what's the NFT collection that represents like wax culture? Is there like a specific brand or NFT that really represents the chain itself, or they don't have that yet? Maybe they're looking for one. But yeah, I do kind of agree that NFTs are really the backbone of a chain, and it really brings a lot of users in, communities that help each other out to navigate the chain, the DeFi stuff, the airdrops, whatever it is. I kind of feel that NFT communities, as they team up together or they collaborate together to push the chain forward, and like basically being the bridge between Web3 and Web2 is the NFT communities. And I know that we play a big role in that with our collections, but yeah, just wondering, like on Wax, if they have one collection that's like really outperforming all the other ones in terms of visibility and putting the Wax brand out there.
I'm hoping that someone in the audience can answer that, because I don't know. I mean, they have the Wolf token, which is supposed to be representative of Wax, and but it's its own brand, and it's also cross-chain, right? You can trade it on Solana as well as Wax. They had the what was it, the Wax Bulls or the Wax Apes? There was something like that for a while, but mostly like Nifty Blocks, that blockchain has its own brand. They have the Nifty girl. I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now because it's just that kind of a day. NFT Hive is focusing on trying to do their honey brand. So I mean, like, Wax also does a lot of banners and buttons and stuff. They give away freebies here and there, and there's stamps that are going out from NFT Hive lately. And again, Nifty Blocks is doing a few of their Nifty Girl drops and upgrades. Every time they have something new, they get the Nifty Girl to do, like, get this girl and upgrade this or something, right? Like, they try to promote their brand. Wax might be missing a little bit of a central figurehead, as it were. Like, but I mean, for example, what is Stargaze's central figurehead? Or is it Cosmos I should be thinking about?
I would say there's maybe three, but like the one that really stands out the most would be Bad Kids. So it's like child, like it looks like little children that drew little characters, but those are the ones that really stood out, which are denominated in Atom, and there's sales, and they've been going strong for 3+ years now. So like that's the brand. Like if you think Cosmos, Bad Kids, and the founder wears it as a PFP, and a lot of the community members wear it. But there's other ones that came along. There's the Mad Scientist, which is related more to osmosis, and every chain has their NFT. That's like the trend on Cosmos.
It's like
specific chains.
It's like Say with the Saiyans and the fuckers, right? So
Right.
those are the two that pretty much represent. If you think of Say, you think of those NFTs, right? It's a shame that
Those are the ones that
NFT
stand out.
been, yeah, it's a shame that the NFT.
So what I'm hearing here is that there's a possibility of having some zombies as the face of Wax. That's what I'm seeing here. Though that is something that I think is pretty cool. But again, like if the founder, by any chance, would like rock that PFP, that's like bullish for the project, and people get behind it, and people rally behind the project in that way. But yeah, the project has to be like full blown supporting the ecosystem, or else it's like counterproductive, right? So I think maybe there's an opportunity there for Wax to have like a PFP collection, right? This is where I really like PFPs versus one-on-ones. I like both, but I find the PFP is a testament to try and like represent a brand, a specific brand, and maybe there's something that can be done there, right, which I think could be pretty cool for the chain. So I know on Cosmos it's like that. On Solana, I'm guessing it's the D gods, right, which are like kind of very, very popular, high floor price, high volume. Ethereum has had a bunch as well, collections. I think the punks really stand out, and over there too, the penguins, now the pengus, Yeah, they're gonna have their own token, their own. I know that Crypto.com has the Lions, right? Um, so yeah, like the big chains, they have a specific brand that they really attach themselves to, and that's what people try to rock as their PFP. Although there is room for the smaller collections and people supporting and rocking those NFTs, like the Zom says that we're rocking here on Twitch. Yeah, I guess if you really like the piece of art, and if we can associate it somehow to the chain, I think it's bullish for the culture of the chain, because it's fun DeFi, it's fun all that stuff. But if the chain doesn't have culture, it's hard for it to catch traction with the people basically. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like,
something that
and that's the thing
be
with
fun.
Wax. It actually has a lot of different collections that make up its whole, right? Like there's, I'm not sure what happened with Senior Lupe, and his collection, but you know he was quite a figurehead in the Wax community for a while. There's the Wax Wolves, which is run by I believe a husband and wife team, and they're always like trying to help build the community and help build up the scene with lots of giveaways. They do some merch stuff too from time to time, I believe. They've sent out prints and stuff to people of even of my own work. Like I did a zombie portrait of Tommy from Wax. He's one of the I guess he goes on the Wax Wednesday. Superman, you're really loud.
Yeah,
He does the Wax
right.
Wednesday spaces, and he's kind of like one of the main speakers for Wax in those spaces. He knows what's going on behind the scenes more and things like that, right? Where was I going? Anyway, so yeah, I did a zombie portrait of him, and the Wax Wolves guys printed it out and sent it to him with a bunch of other art from other artists on the chain, and that was really neat. And
Well,
yeah, there's just
well,
lots of culture.
that's it. That's the NFTs. That's what it is. It's really culture, the art that really stands out, and usually there's a collection that really like runs with runs with the chain, right? They have more volume than others, and they really stand out. The full price really stands out, and I'm sure there's one on Wax. I can't believe that they're all like doing just normal numbers. I'm sure there's a one or two collections that really stands out that did like maybe a bit more.
Well, there's
What I
Alien
really
Worlds. There's Alien Worlds. That's like the biggest game on Wax. It's a click to earn game.
So it's a game.
It
That's
is,
how they got the traction.
yeah. Oh, that's a massive game, and it's like they boast I think 6 million users a month or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I don't know all the numbers, but I'm friends with some of the people that work with Alien Worlds, and know a lot more than I do. I used to have a land. I can still use it. It's just it's not working for me at the moment as a marketing tool. But I can put my NFTs on Alien Worlds land on a specific one, Magar 22.1, and then people can go there and they can dig. And if they dig X amount of Trillium, because that's the Alien Worlds token, Trillium, TLM. If they get X amount of Trillium per hour, then they can get entered in a raffle to win one of my NFTs. So they're kind of like digging for it, like what people are doing in the Twitch right now. They're digging for my NFTs once in a while. But they can do this in Alien Worlds, and they can earn TLM for themselves, which is tradable currency on the Alcor market. And I also get some of it because it's my NFTs. So it's like a slight passive income, but you know, like I'm constantly putting NFTs in there, and then some of the people that are there, they're just hoarding them, right? They're not actually playing the game. Because I had some activities where if you collect the NFTs from there, you can upgrade it to a bigger piece or things like that, right? But there's a few people that just collected them all and just let them sit, right? Or they would collect them all and they'd put them in my staking farm, which I kicked everyone out of today to get refreshed, so that the long-term users that really aren't even taking part in the ecosystem anymore don't continue to just milk that liquidity pool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's a
And yeah, the for the bad kids, like they're really just art. So like they have a Discord which is not super active. So I'm still a bit perplexed how they just were able to just run just for on the art aspect of it. I mean, it is quite unique. I've never seen anything a
so
bit
bad.
like it. And yeah, the bad kids, you know, the ones where it's like kids that drew the drawings type
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah. I was, it's unique, and I've never seen anything drawn quite so bad.
Exactly my
Right?
point. So I'm really I find it funny that it's the one that really ran with the chain, and it's doing so well. And this is, year after year after year. It does help when the founders are keep mentioning you, and you keep being brought up on the different events, and they do show up on the main NFT events that they run around the world. So I guess that gives them a lot of exposure. And it
Yeah.
seems to be a lot of the devs that really backed those NFTs specifically. So I don't think we need utility to make a run for, let's say, on the Wax chain. Maybe just a PFP collection that's just well thought out with some unique art could literally maybe run with the brand itself. And yeah, I think it's important for us. In any case, we do like a lot of alpha for the chains when we launch an NFT collection. We like to cover a bit of the news, like we do here with the live streams.
Yep.
So we give a little bit of Say news, a little bit of Stargaze, a little bit of Wax, and that's what we're really trying to do. And I think with consistency and time, sometimes the community appreciates it because they don't have time to do all this research themselves. And if we surround ourselves with some good community members that want to play a role in all this, that's when I think we start getting really powerful as a community, because everybody plays their part, and helps grow the pie, and helps grow the
Yeah.
community naturally and organically. And it's not just a pump and dump. So
Yeah.
I think there is room for us to do that still. And now it's a bit quiet overall, but I do think the markets are turning around big time, and we're going to be able to potentially reap the benefits of all the work we've put in for the last year or so. And for some of us, it's been a lot longer than a year that we're in this crypto world. So I think there is opportunity there for us. So I'm excited to see what these V2s are going to look like, because I think that's what you're drawing today.
Yeah, I'm working on just some bodies and arms because it's currently my weak point. I have a few set up in the Photoshop, and the arms and everything are matching, but I just need more bodies. So I'm gonna try to work on a lot of bodies today and start trying to really get this one out. I've got a bunch of stuff lined up for my other projects that are kind of running on auto right now, and some I'm just leaving alone for a little bit longer because I did something and now I want to see what happens. Like for example, the zombie cats. I dropped a couple daily drops last week on Wax for the zombie cats to see if anyone was paying attention, and some people are, and that's cool. So cats are notoriously bad for showing up when they're supposed to, so the daily drops haven't happened for them again this week yet, but I think they're coming back. And that's
I've
one of
been
my
collecting the drips on with the arms. Happy to see those on drip now, because
Damn it!
I've been collecting those.
Did you see the drip craft?
The drip craft?
Drip craft. All right, so you're in front of a computer, yeah?
Yes.
All right, go to dripcraft.xyz. We're American, or we're Canadian, so we say Z. We don't say Z.
Is this from the drip thing, or?
Yeah, this is a company, group that is working in conjunction with Drip, but their idea is that you collect a bunch of drips and then you get to trade them in for something better. Or, I mean, not necessarily trade them in. In this case, the drips that you've collected can make you eligible. It's like a whitelist, right? Whitelist by holding, whitelist by asset, or whatever you want to call it. So if you collected the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday drops of the drips last week, you can go and get a special negative reminder from the Drips of the Dead NFT. It's a legendary, so it's like a little bit extra points for you. There's only 50 available, so it makes that the commons that you got for free a little perk kind of thing, right? For collecting them all, give me that 1 penny for each one that you collected. Now you get a little bonus.
Interesting.
Yeah, and now what I can do on Drip is I can go, the people that missed 1 or 2 days maybe, I can go and put them for sale. And you used to pay 10 cents, now you might pay, you've paid a penny, now you're going to pay 10 cents. So instead of 10 drips to secure it, you're going to pay 100, right? Because you missed it on the Daisy thing. Kind of neat.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's I guess I don't know, just trying it out because it was easy to do, and the company, the Dripcraft people, they take care of all the programming and everything. You just tell them what you want, and then they set it up for me. So. And
I wanted to a bit shift the focus on the news that we put out today for Creepy Companions. So JP Mullins We took it out of the auctions and we put it in auctions inside the Discord where people will be able to burn some creepy companions. Currently, there's somebody bidding 6 creepy companions that they're
Holy
going to
shit.
burn for Zombie Mullins. So basically,
Wow.
JP Mullins is the founder of Mantra Chain. And yeah, we did a piece for him because of the chain a bit, not necessarily getting rugged, but losing a lot of value in a short span of time. And
Yeah.
we thought it was relevant to put a piece of him out. So yeah, I'm happy there's going to be somebody that's so far bidding 6. It's the first day. We're leaving it out for 2 more days. See how many we burn. And the goal here is to burn the Creepy Companions supply and really curate the collection until we feel we're going to reach levels where we're happy with the USD value of the pieces. And at the same time, it gives people opportunity to grab something maybe they vibe a little bit more with, something with a bit more attachment to it. So I know a lot of people had the airdrop from Ohm, so I'm sure Don Donnie was one of those, and that's why he's probably bidding on the piece itself. I'm actually bidding for it as well, so I might up his bid here because I kind of wanted it myself. So we'll see. But sometimes I like to leave it in the hands of the community and not like push the bids higher for them. I feel like if they're participating and they want it, I'm happy with them having it. Even though sometimes I do want it, but I get a little selfish sometimes, and I do have a lot of creeps and zombies. So I might
Sometimes it's
hold on
okay
to
to
the
be
piece.
selfish,
It is, but
especially in this
yeah, Don
market.
Donnie really wants it, so we'll see. Maybe somebody else will outbid him, but
Did I ever draw
I might
Don
put
Donnie?
you.
I can't remember even.
Sorry.
Did I drew Don Donnie, didn't I?
No,
Zombified him?
he's actually never been doxxed.
What?
So
Oh, so I'm gonna have to make it up then.
well, you know what?
Oh,
If it's
he
something
had a
that
picture with
really,
the pig nose.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
that's
He
him.
actually went on a conference with a mask of a pig, so that we wouldn't see his face.
Yeah, I
And
remember
it
seeing
goes
a video
well
of that.
because his project is sneaky people, sneaky animals, and the pig is like their main
So that
mascot.
would
So
be, come to think about it, that would be a really cool piece.
yeah, we gotta ask him if he wants it. So I think moving forward for Creepy Companions, before we do other pieces, I really want to get pieces that people want, and then we're gonna put them out instead of just launching pieces just to launch them.
Yeah.
Unless there's a specific piece that you want to put out, we're gonna just slow it down in terms of making more pieces because right now they do have a lot of value. So that's where we want to try and push and try and get people to really participate in seeing what they want to draw. So if they want that specific portrait, I don't mind having it done, but I also want people to bid on it. So
Yeah, for sure.
that's the point there. Yeah.
Also, in other news, the DDoMs for Creepy Companions, Cyberwawa Zombies, Warmada, we've switched all the DDoMs from stars to Atom. So if you guys have them listed, as soon as you delist, you'll be prompted to switch it to Atom. So moving forward, we're gonna get some IBC Atom as royalties that we can then on Stargaze, and then we could send them back to the Atom Hub and stake it. So it's creating a new currency for our collections,
Okay.
a more stable one, which I think is nice.
Yeah.
And our sales are going to be an Atom moving forward, which so I see only a few listed in stars still. But as soon as we do this sweep, I think it's gonna mostly be all in Atom for future sales.
Okay.
Yeah, slowly they're all going to shift in Atom. So
So
And,
tomorrow, tomorrow, did you know that there's a Wax Wednesday Spaces? They always have Wax Wednesday Spaces. That's when they talk. Usually, they try to get. Like, I've been on it a couple times, but they try to get like guests. Last week it was a Woman of Wax. Then the week before that, I think that was one I was on. But it's always kind of like giving the news, what's going on with the wax wallets. They give away prizes. Lots of woof gets given away during that one or during the consumer break. He streams all day on Wednesday, and he takes part in the Wax Wednesday as well. He's one of the hosts there, I think. I get things wrong, but tomorrow's a good day to tune in and learn a few things about wax. They'll also be talking about the NFTopia event that's happening. I bought my booth. That'll be happening in August. So it'll be a nice little informational portal booth that can have links to all sorts of our different collections and everything like that. So that'll be good.
Yeah, maybe we could even go there and slowly start chilling the V2s, the Horde on Wax PFP collection. I think that would be like a good time to just get the word out there, because it is something that we've been working on now for what, a couple of months.
Yeah, I've been grinding on it, but it's been it was a bit of a challenge. I think I had to get over the whole what happened with the first Zomsays mentally, like, and start building PFPs again. That's why I launched that little freebie PFP the other day, or last week or two, on Wax, just to try things out. It was community involvement with the Say What PFP. Not say as in the brand say, but say as in SAY, like what the hell are you saying? Yeah. So it was kind of fun. A lot of people minted it. There was different sayings on there. Like, I asked people to caption this, and they put captions on, like it's a Zickle, or it's like get your mind out of the gutter and things like that, right? Because it was somebody holding something kind of yellowy. And it was kind of fun. They get a bunch of mints were done, and people enjoyed themselves, and then it was done. They started getting me back in the mood for making these, and then just life in general. Though it's been just busy, always so busy. Hey, heat wave right now.
Well, you know what? Time seems to have slowed down overall in crypto land. So I think time is on our side right now, and
Yeah.
I mean, as long as the collection is progressing, I really think it's going to stand out. Especially Zomsays. When we first saw Zomsays, myself and Superman, like, we were really excited about it. That we don't feel that there's a lot of PFPs that are fully hand drawn the way that you had done them, and they came out amazing, man. I'll be honest with you. Supply was pretty large there. It could have had more diversity, more stuff, of course, but I think as a PFP collection, I don't know if it was like your first PFP
First
of
one
that
working
size.
with someone else.
Working with someone else and of that size, I think
Yeah,
that's
that's
also
true.
something that was different. So
Yeah, it's the first time I ever sold out an 8,888 collection.
there you go. So sometimes size matters. So for PFP collections, since it was currency for other things, we thought it'd be interesting to do it in that way. Every time we do a collection, whether I launched one 3 years ago or last year or the year before that, I learned something every time we launch, whether it be the way we whitelist, whether it be something about the art. The community members give a lot of feedback, and we feel that every time we do a launch, the collection becomes that much stronger in terms of like the overall value of it, whether it be utilities or just the art itself. And I feel like we've really been progressing, at least on the AAA side, in terms of better art, better utilities, better management of the communities, better handlings of the social handles on Twitter and all that. So I think with time, we're getting better at this. And I find the V2s, if we can like fix a few of the issues, let's say we have with the Zomsays, that this collection could be very, very powerful. And the idea behind it is to get a PFP collection that would really represent Byron, the zombie art, and really tie several communities together that now we've been going on this journey on these different chains, but now we really want to try and tie them all together and really do something cool. There's going to be a lot of, well, at least that's is what we hope, is we're going to have a lot burned to redeem some whitelists and get some NFTs, and we'll fix the supplies accordingly. But again, I think the art will speak for itself. I think once people see that these were all hand drawn, we'll have documented live streams of you actually doing them live. If they have a lot of detail, a lot of traits, that's what people really like to, go on the secondary and shop around and get the ones that they like and flip and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's what we're really looking for. And yeah, I'm going to be excited to be launching a collection on Wax. It is a chain that I'm still yet to explore. I was into it a long time ago, but didn't really get into the NFT scene back in the day. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to dive in there and maybe bring a different perspective on things with my journey that I've had here the last couple of years on these other chains, and maybe bring some new stuff or some things that hadn't been done yet.
Hopefully
on Wax, try to bring it.
Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, there's a lot of innovation that can still be done, and especially, like, I don't know as well as I'd like to the monetary side of all of this. Like I'm getting it. I do understand, but trying to capitalize on it properly is where I'm still learning. I like to make the games. I like to engage in the crowd, in the community. I like to give away, but when it comes to like really trying to capitalize and make the money, people, I I don't quite know if I'm doing it right or wrong. I guess a lot of people criticize what I do, like a lot of people. I even got some FUD just yesterday that um, they treat my wax collection like it's a standard collection that you would find on Ethereum or on Say or Solana or whatever, right? Like where it's a set collection and you only make pieces to enhance the collector's value uh, and make sure that they get their ROI. But my collection on wax is more set up to be especially my main collection, okay, like my Byron Art Set 1. That's a collection of my multiple collections of my derps and my random sketches and doodles, and it's a place where I get to have some fun. Like for example, shit, I'm not even gonna bother with the for example part, but because I don't know which book it's in. But there's a sketch that I did, and then I played with it for hours and hours and hours, and I painted it, and then I decided I was gonna cut it up and make a little collecting puzzle out of it for wax users and collectors. I wasn't talking about selling it or anything like that. I was just talking about making it. And because it would be like the idea is you'd get a pack, and in each pack has 3 NFTs, and you need at least certain amounts of NFTs to get a bigger piece. And then when you get all 4 bigger pieces, you get the final puzzle. And it's a fun little thing to get people to to trade around and try to get the pieces. And we can even do it where it doesn't cost them a penny, really. I mean, it would, but not really, really, really. Like, not hundreds of dollars, not even $1, really. Because we got all the burns in there that we can use. We got the DHC, which people get to earn for free in my Discord. Or other ways of earning it as well, like the farms and stuff. But the idea was just to, like, give people something to do. Because everyone is bored all the time, right? So here's a way you can collect my art. Collect enough of it, you get the exclusive. There's only 25 final full-on picture, and then you can go and you can stake that one and earn some rewards because you did the good deed, right? You did all the things. But some people hate that because it makes the collection inflate a bit, right? Like I'm just dumping a whole shitload of NFTs onto the market of my collection, even though they're all new and they're all for a specific purpose. And they're killing other NFTs to get those new ones, it's still a problem for some people.
Well, no, for sure. And you know what, Byron? This is, I think, something even in real life. It's impossible to please everybody. So
Exactly.
at the end of the day,
Please yourself.
you have to do it for yourself first and foremost. It's something that you have to enjoy. Now there is the monetary aspect of it, and I think you have to take it more as a constructive criticism instead of a criticism of yourself per se.
Oh,
Because
no,
I
it's
think
not.
there is stuff that you can learn from it. But yeah, if you take everybody's comments like to the heart, it could be difficult, right, to keep. To keep going because sometimes you it's always the people that the haters or the fudders that sometimes speak the loudest, so sometimes you got to be careful with that
Yep.
and not take it to heart. So
No, I've been dealing with that since I began like website design back in 1995. So I'm kind of used to the hate. Everybody seems to know more than me all the time, and everyone knows better than me. Kind of attitudes from a lot of all those years, like it's just I'm used to it, but it's at the same time it's still like what the fuck? you barely come here, you don't even know me, and you're already making assumptions that I'm just here to milk the community. So I don't know.
yeah, because they don't really dive deep into what you're doing, so they can see it in that way. And the thing about crypto, I find that a lot of people are in it for that quick buck, right? They're not necessarily in it for just art or just that. And at the end of the day, I think that, let's say you're in it in crypto to make a living out of it.
Yep.
Well, we have to take some of those criticism and try to build something that's going to be maybe a bit more sustainable. And another thing I've noticed, and now that you were talking about doing a lot of the NFTs and having to get packs, and then build a puzzle. And what I've noticed, because we did a lot of crazy utility stuff on these other chains. So, like, I'll just give you an example. We did the Punks on Territory, and one of the things that we did with that is that we would airdrop a comic book to everybody that mints at least one. They would receive a comic book, and then after that, in order to get a specific reward distribution, you would have to collect comic books 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you would have to get the full set in order to be able to get some sort of reward distribution. And my experience now from doing all that and creating a lot of utilities. So we even built a DApp for that game where there was like a gigantic draw. So every week we would do a draw for X amount of the staking rewards that we would get. And then there was a second game, which was like a Russian roulette, where people had to buy tickets in order to receive a portion of the staking rewards back to yourself. And there was a 50-50 chance on those tickets. And then the third game was going to be like a sort of raffle system where you would buy tickets and all that, which is it is cool. But what I've noticed is that the more complexities you put to your collection, the more you make things a bit where people have to go and dive deep into it. That you're only going to get the die-hard fans to participate in that. And if the goal is to make money or to try and make it profitable, sometimes simple things are better because it's easier to explain. It's easier to get people behind it. And even like, let's say for the creepy companions with the one-on-ones, like, you know, it starts really strong, everybody's into it, blah blah blah. Then as time goes by, it's really the diehard fans that keep sticking around for those one-on-ones.
Yeah.
And it's great as well because in our case, we've built a DAO with the collection. So the people that do stick around and keep following what you're doing, well, they have a lot of incentives for getting informed about what you're actually doing. But it's actually hard also in terms of user retention. So
Yeah.
sometimes simpler is easier.
GG.
But, yeah.
They were talking about it in space, right? So the more hoops you make people do, the more people you lose in the process, right? Because people, it's just human nature. People like simple stuff. They like, you know, so they're doing the switch from stars to atom. It's basically one hoop. You just get some atom and boom, you can get your NFT. Before it used to be, you get some atom, you have to get the Kepler wallet, you have to swap the stars, then go on the Stargaze marketplace and get the NFT. So there was like 4 hoops in order to get that NFT, where now they're streamlining to only do one little hoop to get the NFT. I think it's the same concept when you're trying to do a little too much with the NFTs, whether it be games, whether it be
utility,
craft, and this and that. I think you start losing people like that. As much fun as it could be, it's you're limiting the interest of those that are actually have the time, first of all, to do it. And
yeah,
and
I still think it has its
a lot
place,
of people in the
though.
process.
I still think it has its place, but it has to be like really focused because at the end of the day, who does these the collecting and the building and putting all the pieces together? It's the diehard fans, and those are usually the ones that we're interested in anyway. So it has its ups, it has its downs, but yeah, this is something that I've noticed with the collections that we've launched that sometimes simple is better, like in terms of NFTs for you, Byron. I think if we really just focus on the art aspect of it, I think that's what's really going to be the killer utility is the art itself.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes trying to do too many things and all that, and that's why with the collections, let's say even the Zomsays, they're currencies and people got a bid on the pieces, but yeah, if they're not verified and they don't come on the Discord, it's hard for them to even remember. Some of them even forgot that they can use them as currencies. And then we had the wallets that swapped and the chain that upgraded and caused so many issues. So I think having a V2 launch now where we'll be able to burn some NFTs for whitelist. So something simple, you burn your NFT, you get a whitelist. I think it's going to make it easy to understand. And we're not going to make any crazy promises on these V2s. The promise is that you guys are going to be collecting great art that Byron's been working on, that you guys could have followed on the live streams. And then you're going to collect for the art of it, not for It's going to give you this, it's going to give you that. And if there is perks in the future, well, good for the people that have been collecting, because those perks will be something that Byron will do on his own. It's something that he wants to give people that collected 100 of his V2s. Well, that'll be something entirely up to him to do. And
Yeah.
but it won't be a utility for the collection per se.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
something that you're going to do yourself. So
Yeah, and like the other thing too is because crypto works in such weird and mysterious ways, like you don't know what's going to happen next, right? Because there's games around the corner, there's merch around the corner. I mean, people like to just buy it, flip it, and get out a lot of times. But those that are diehards, they stick around. They get rewarded quite often. I mean, you can talk to many of my Horde members in the Discord, and they'll let you know. Like I don't really like. I like to give. I'm a giver. But yeah, but we don't promise. I don't promise anything. I don't promise I'm gonna give any utilities. I don't promise this. I don't promise the other thing. I just try my best to make everyone have a good time or give everyone a good time, kind of thing, right? I don't know.
yeah, and on our side, I mean, if there's any way for us to do a sort of app to have all of these NFTs interact under one banner or one app, that could be something interesting in the future. But again, guys, all of this stuff takes funds to develop. Unfortunately, it's not easy to get a developer to build your idea out, and it's actually quite expensive. So
Yep.
right now, it's all about building the brand, and I think that the V2s, if we're able to have these like represent you on several chains, where somebody's going to see the NFT and say, "Damn, this is Byron for sure. Look at the eyes, or look at that specific way that he looks." Like, people are already gonna say this is Byron's art, and we already see on Creepy Companions, like the collection is really unique, and people really recognize it right away that it's yours. So I think in terms of art, you've got it right on point. People really noticed it, and it is unique in the zombie portraits. And the next step for us, is really going to see how we're going to integrate these V2s, and if the community is going to vibe with it. And I think they will, because I'm already loving the look of it on the live streams. And now it's a question of how the generation is going to look once we put all the pieces together. And I'm excited to start seeing some sneak peeks. That kind of looks like a Michael Jackson with a beard, with a mustache.
That's funny. You're like a few minutes behind me, I think, but that's cool. Or not minutes, but like a few seconds behind what I'm doing live. Which is weird. Are you watching me on Twitch as well, or are you on Twitter?
I'm watching it on Twitter.
Okay, I wonder if Twitch is more live than on Twitter. Because now you're going to see me switch over to this guy with a faucet for a nose. Slightly inspired by you, Mr. Plumber.
And I actually had some suggestions. I know in communities as well. If you guys want to have some traits or specific things you guys would like to see in the V2, maybe just mention it in the chat, or even on Twitter, right below the live stream. But I was thinking, like a lot of the collections that we've done, we make some one-on-ones inside of it, like the rarer pieces. And on Say, we did reminders of other collections and stuff like that. But in your case, I mean, you have a lot of art that's out there on Wax or on other chains that you did. So like maybe a Zickle as a one-on-one,
Right.
or a Derp as a one-on-one. I think that would be really cool, because we could tie in all your other collections all within this one, which I think would be pretty cool. And I don't know what you think about that.
I think that's a great idea. Like we can even put like I was thinking about other things too. Like, so you're gonna see this guy with his like faucet nose, representing not only plumbers around the world, but crypto faucets in general. This guy has enough arm space on his shoulder that I can put tattoos, for example, right? So we can have that as on different chains. We can have the Wax logo, the Cosmos logo, and wherever else we go as a tattoo trait sometimes, right?
Yeah. And also like little Zickles maybe on the shoulders that pop out like a little character.
There we go. Now we're talking.
What do you have? You have the Zickles. You got the Richards, right? The Richards.
Well, the Richards never went anywhere. They couldn't get it up.
Oh, no.
No, they were just there for fun thing. I only did like 3 or 4 of them, and that was it. But I got the zombie cats. There's a shitload of zombie cats out there. And then, like you said, the Zickles. What else do I got? We got some Severe Evils, but that's not on Wax. So I'll just kind of
Well,
go
we
with
can
my.
include them. We can include a one-on-one of that. Will be just there'll be just one of it, and it's going to be one of the rarest pieces. And yeah, it'll tie in everything. We could put in the description that this is a Stargaze collection
That'll be
and
cool.
stuff like that. I really like the idea personally because I find that you always need to try and tie in um, the pieces with what you've already done. And like like the Zombsays, we've got the suits, we've got the nakeds, we've got the bandaged. I think those are all relevant to put as one-on-ones, one of each.
Not sure what that
Yeah,
is.
I think that's something that would be pretty cool. I think people would really vibe with it. So
I think so too. I think
uh,
that's a good idea. So I will make sure that happens. Because especially like what you said, like some little zickles on the shoulders and stuff like that. That'd be cool. I already have one hand holding a little tiny zombie cat, an arm. So that'll be a nice little trait there. And
and
yeah,
what else? What else could we do? Even for the suits and the nakeds and the bandaged, maybe those NFTs could be like pre-minted inside our wallets, and we can have a sort of event with the Zombsays that if you do have a suit or a naked or bandage and you burn it, you get entered into a raffle to potentially win that rare NFT. I mean, there's so much we can do, guys. This is the beauty of crypto and blockchain is that we could trace people burning their NFTs and be able to run a raffle of that nature. And I think it could be interesting. I mean, there's so many options. And as the collection starts to get a bit more ready, we'll have more details and more things that we'll put in writing. I
wouldn't
know
it
that I
be
like to do
wouldn't it
Medium
be really
articles.
nice if there was like a burn mechanism where if they burn it, they get instantaneously the thing that they're supposed to get?
Well, they have that on Stargaze. I'm
Do they?
sure on Wax it could be something that should be fairly easy to do as
Oh
well.
yeah,
But like
I
on
was kind of
Stargaze,
alluding to the fact that it's like super easy to do on wax. I was
well, if
trying to
it is
tease
that
you.
easy, let's do it because let's say you would burn a bunch of the wax NFTs, let's say 5 or 6 of them that you could get, a pre-minted batch of the V2s. Like we can pre-mint a batch and people burn to get it.
Yep.
You don't know what you're gonna get. You could get a rare or not rare, but it could be the ones that we pre-mint, which would be pretty cool as well. Um,
There's
I
so
don't
many
know if a
options.
whitelist could work with that burn. You burn those and you get a whitelist.
Yeah.
That could be something pretty cool as well.
Basically, what we could do is on wax, we could do a burn, and then you get an NTT, which is a non-transferable token, not NFT, non-transferable. And with that, we can use that to
A
airdrop.
snapshot.
Yeah, or even just airdrop directly to the people, or even use that as the whitelist, whitelist by asset, right? So as long as they have that NTT, then they get into the drop for
Whitelist.
free. Yeah.
Yes, yes, I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's gonna work nice. And at the same time, what I like about doing that is if there are some peoples that are just flippers and they're just waiting for their time to get out or to do something over there, well, this will give them the opportunity to either get out, flip it, their NFTs, and again bring value back to those that have been collecting early on. And some people maybe not are not going to want to burn, but for those that have been collecting your art, just the fact that there's going to be less of them in circulation makes, I think, the art that much more rare and maybe provide more value for those holders. And some of them are probably never going to get rid of your art. They're just going to keep it forever and keep collecting because maybe one day they'll want that specific piece on a piece of merch and we would love to do that eventually as well. So these are all things that are in the works and yeah, I think it's overall I'm excited to see this one come out. I feel the Zomsays really showed us how impactful a PFP collection can be, especially if it's launched properly and with good marketing. That it really brought a lot of people to the table. And I mean, till this day, I think they're one of our loudest communities, even after a good year now that we've launched it. So they're still very loud. They're always retweeting our stuff. So I'm
Yeah, that's
kind
awesome.
of shocked a little bit because it's not our main ecosystem, say so.
Yeah.
It's really fun to see how people react differently for different things. And yeah, I'm kind of a bit jealous that we launched it over there and not on some of the chains where we're a bit more visible on or a bit more active on
Yeah, I
because
know, right?
yeah, it really had a lot of success early on.
We got shafted by that early guy there a little bit. Kind of
Yeah.
made me commit. But oh well. I mean,
You know what? if it doesn't kill us, it only makes us stronger. So.
Yeah, there we go. All right, we're coming up to the top of the hour. I appreciate everyone that has listened in or watched us so far. That's great. Thank you very much. So tomorrow is, like I said, the Wax Wednesday. Is anything else going on for you guys tomorrow? You're going to start diving into wax a little bit with me?
Tomorrow I am diving with you deep into wax. We're going to go see all of your collections and how I'm going to start basically preparing the campaign that we're going to do. So right now we're looking at launching on Wax and Cosmos. Those are the two chains we're really looking at right now because that's where we have the majority of our stuff. But, Say could be an option, Solana could be an option, and maybe having people mint on Wax and on Cosmos, well, it could be a sort of perk after for Solana, because I think Solana is right now the chain where there's the most action, the most people, and I think also the bigger opportunity to onboard maybe people that are on Solana to come and check out these other chains that we're on, because it is fun to be on Solana. It does feel like people are there and making money, which is something that is interesting. But our goal is not just to make money; it's really to build an organic community with the NFTs. So I think these are all options we can explore. Nothing's guaranteed, guys. Like today we're saying this, tomorrow it could change because again, the landscape is evolving so fast. So we're really going to take it one step at a time. But I think for Byron, we've said that after Zamsays and Creepy Companions, we were going to come on Wax and try to onboard users here via the ones that we have on Cosmos, the ones that we did on Say. So we're really going to try and onboard users here on Wax. And if we can get the support of the community while we do that, well, that's what we're really going to be looking at. And then rewarding those holders with some other launches on the other chains. Because, there are opportunities on all of these chains. You just got to find it. And we're going to try and provide that for the community. So, we're about to hit the hour. So,
all right. Well, that was good.
Yeah.
Anything from you, Superman? Any last words?
Close it off, Superman. I think
I actually got a pizza in the oven about to come out, so I can't wait to go eat.
Don't tell me it's a frozen pizza.
No. I got dough from the bakery, stretched it out.
There you go. That's a good Italian.
Sausages, peppers, onions.
It's too much. I like my pizzas pretty much plain now. I'm a cheese pizza kind of guy lately. Monica and I make our own. We usually do like 10 homemade pizzas at a time, and then we freeze like 8 of them. But it's like homemade dough. She rolls it out and everything like that, and we do our own sauce, and I put it all together after she does the dough, and we freeze them and bake them. We pre-cook the crust though, because if you don't pre-cook the crust, it gets really sticky.
Wow. Yeah. So you like the margarita, basically the simple cheese and tomato sauce.
There we go. Yep. I'm a margarita.
The classic pizza. There you go. It's called margarita.
All right, cool. I learned
After this
today.
bull run, Byron, I'll bring you to the motherland in Italy.
All right, sounds good. I'll have to get my passport then.
All right, guys.
All right, man.
Have a good one, and we'll see you guys on Thursday for another live stream.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. And for those that do the twitching stuff, there's Twitchy Tide, so tune into that. It's going to happen every hour this day. Haha. See ya.
See ya.
All right, take care, guys.
Ciao.